Hi, I am Nathan Glendinning, and this is my informative speech. As many of you guys know, Disneyland is considered to be the happiest place on earth and the best vacation spot. But do you do Disneyland the right way? About 50,000 guests walk into Disneyland every single day. And according to Williams, who wrote Secrets of Disneyland for Sterling Children's Books in 2013, says about 600 million guests have walked through the gates ever since it has opened. So I'm assuming most of us here in Southern California have at least gone once. I've been an annual pass holder and been going to Disneyland ever since I was a little kid, so I know all the little tricks and ins and outs of Disneyland. According to Che Wei Su of ProQuest Publishing, he wrote Motivations of People Who Visit Disneyland in 2011, says that most people go to Disneyland without a plan. I am here to inform you that you should go to Disneyland with a plan. To begin, I'm going to start with talking about what are the best days to go and what you should do to start your day off. According to Dory Calaire from John Libby Publishing, who wrote The Mouse and the Myth in 2017, she says the best days to go are weekdays from the months of January to March. This is because most kids in Southern California are still in school and there is not a whole lot of holidays in the months from January to March. So go on the weekdays, and if there is a holiday that falls on a weekday, make sure you do not go on one of those days. Moving on, I'm going to talk about what to do when you first get there. You should be getting to Disneyland before rope drop, which is 8 o'clock in the morning when Disneyland opens. And you want to do the big rides first, the rides that are going to have the longer wait times. For example, the Matterhorn and Space Mountain. Those rides are going to have super long wait times later in the day, no matter how busy it is during the day. Also, you should do Big Thunder Mountain, Indiana Jones, Pirates, Splash Mountain, and so on. Just the big rides, knock out of the way first, and you will be good. So now that I've talked about what days to go and what to do to start off in the morning, I'm going to continue with talking about fast passes and the single rider lines. So fast passes. According to Nicholas Korophilis, who wrote the article Passion to the Parks in September of 2015, single rider and fast pass is available at the parks. To begin with fast passes, the fast pass is a so-called front of the line pass that allows you to go in your own special line, not the regular line, but it basically allows you to cut the line, and this contributes to shorter wait times and you getting a lot more done at the parks. But I recommend making sure that you have a fast pass early on in the morning for the bigger rides, and then making sure that you get a fast pass every single time you're allowed to get a new one. So moving on to single rider. Single rider is another way to cut down your wait times and utilize your time at the parks. Although you do have to ride by yourself, single rider lines are super short and you don't have to wait in the long standby lines. Also, after later on in the day, when you're doing your single rider lines and your fast pass lines, make sure that you move throughout the park land by land. Instead of going back and forth from land to land, from like Adventureland to Tomorrowland, not very many people realize how much time it wastes to go from land to land. So now that I've talked about single rider and I've talked about fast passes, it's time to wrap things up. In conclusion, I have informed you that it is best to go into Disneyland with a plan. And I've also taught you little tricks and tips to make the most out of your day at Disneyland. I have talked about what are the best days to go, which months and days, the single rider lines, the fast pass lines, and what to do early on in the morning, like getting the big rides out of the way at first. And as Walt said on opening day, to all who come to this happy place, welcome. This is my audience, my sister Natalie and Izzy.